Hi everyone, welcome to my website, York Teaches Comp Sci. So I created this website with several people in mind. So whether you are in education, you have a child that is in school, or you know someone who does, either way, you are fully aware of the challenges that we're faced with in education nowadays. So my hope for this website is to provide resources to help bridge the gap between conventional and virtual learning. So hopefully there's more of a seamless transition between the two. So I'll give you a tour around. Starting with the About Me page. My name is Miss York and I actually do teach computer science on a middle school level. On this page, you will find my educational background, how I got into education, what I was doing before education, as well as the things that I am passionate about and really enjoy doing outside of teaching. For my teacher choice page, I chose Bridge Resources. That goes along with what my purpose for this website is. So Bridge Resources is a working compilation of resources that I am working to put together to help bridge the gap between conventional and virtual learning. So on this page, I compiled a document, hoping to add more later as I learn more. First thing first on my list is distance learning with common sense education. I put this first because for me personally, I did not receive any training for distance learning, virtual learning from my school or district. So I thought it was really cool that Common Sense Education provides that training free of charge on YouTube, and there are several videos that you can watch. Another resource that is pretty good is Jamboard. Jamboard is an interactive whiteboard in which students are able to post their answers to a question or projects, whatever it is that you the assignment that you give them to do, and you're able to see it real time. So once they post it on a sticky note, you're able to see it. The only thing that I dislike about Jamboard is that students are able to manipulate posts that are not their own. So they can delete it, they can change it. So that's one thing that I dislike about Jamboard. However, Padlet is also an interactive whiteboard, a bulletin board, so to speak. So on Padlet, students are also able to post their answers. However, they can only edit the posts that they make. So there's a few more safeguards in place. Teachers, if you use the feature, you are also able to approve or disapprove the post that students post. So you are able to review it before it's actually posted for the entire class to see. Peer Deck is another tool that is pretty cool. It is a Google Slides add-on, so you are able to put your lesson on the slides and also insert questions for the students to answer. So when you open up those questions for the students to answer, you can also see those answers as they type it real time. So being able to see that instantly as they're actually typing is good for two reasons. So you are able to be able to give praise to those who are on track and doing what they're supposed to do. However, you're also able to easily redirect. So if you see that there are students that are not participating or not engaged in your lesson, you can quickly say, hey, John, I don't see your answer yet. Can you go ahead and type it for me? So I think that is a pretty cool tool as well. The last tool that I will go over before I go to the next page is Loom. And Loom, I chose to go over Loom as well because I use it so much. With virtual learning, we have experienced a lot of internet and network issues. So you have students getting kicked out of teams. Them being on live is caused they're unable to track with you because there's lagging. They're unable to type in the chat box. So there rise a lot of different issues. So because of that, I started going back and doing a recap video of the entire lesson and started posting those so that if they're having tech issues, unable to attend school that day for whatever reason, they're able to go back and review that lesson. On my tech projects page, you will find a compilation of the various projects that I've completed during my coursework in this class. So one project that you will find on this page is the thematic slideshows. So again, I do teach computer science, and we are actually learning about digital animation. And because we were already learning about digital animation, I thought it would be pretty cool to do my thematic slideshow on that as well. You will also find on this page, I tried to make all of my projects easily accessible from my tech projects. So I have went to the extent to go ahead and link all of my projects on this page. So I will start out with educational app, only because I want to save digital story for it last. So the educational app that I chose was Classroom Screen. This is a really good app for teachers. It does have everything you need to teach in one app. The only thing that it is missing is your ability to actually pull your lesson and teach from this app. So this app is limited in its interaction with other apps. So you're limiting the amount of documents or the type of documents that you're able to upload through this app. However, you are able to do really cool things, like if you enter all of your students' names, it has like a random picker, so that if you put all of their names in this picker, then it will randomly choose students for you to call upon. It has timers, it has student polls, so it's a lot of different cool tools that are provided. The only thing that I dislike is that you can't actually teach from this app. PLEPLN. On this page, you will find the definition for both PLE, PLN. Both of those are ways to intensify your educational experience. You will find my PLE on this page. I actually created this using Canva. There's also a table that I included for my personal learning environment. Reflection number 1 was on Innovative Educator. I believe this blog should really be followed by all educators, because this writer is super informative. It's all the information that she provides is relative to education nowadays. It has several tools. As a matter of fact, the training that I found by Common Sense Education, I found it on this blog. So when you have a chance, if you are in education, I do recommend following this blog. My reflection number 2 was on Digo. Digo is a really cool tool to be able to bookmark different websites. You're able to take notes, highlight, as if that is your actual document. And you can make it to where you're able to do research with other people, so you can do collaborative work as well. I do believe this is a really good tool. The only downside that I feel as for me using this tool in a classroom setting is that I have so many students, like 120, because we teach all of 7th grade at one time. My fear is that with having so many kids at one time, this tool will be challenging to be able to manage that tool as far as the students. So outside of them actually doing research for a project, I wouldn't suggest doing collaborative work or anything that I would have to manage myself. And the last reflection was for Twitter. All right. And I found, out of all of the Twitter accounts that I've been following, Mr. Richard Bryan, I felt like his account was the most beneficial to me, only because it was most relatable to what it is that I do and what it is that I teach. Twitter is a really good tool for as far as a curation tool, or just a tool to follow in general, because it has so much information. However, you have to have time to be able to cipher through all of that information. All right. So if you have an opportunity, please go back and check out this table and look at the different examples that I put. I feel like the ones that I chose as far as my PLE is pretty good. For my website evaluation, I chose Color Matters. During the time of this project, we were actually doing advertisements. As I stated before, we are doing digital media. We are working on digital media, and during this time, we were actually doing food ads. So when you're talking about advertisements, obviously color does matter, and so this will be a good tool to kind of go over colors and what certain colors make, certain colors make people feel whenever they see it. So I felt like this would be a really good website, and it is. The only downfall that I found about this website is that I would have to actually start it as a teacher. I would not give this tool or this website to my students per se in order for them to maneuver through it on their own. And it's because I found a few words that like sex, seduction, pornography, that there may be more words, but those are just a few that I came across that I wouldn't feel comfortable with my students reading or being exposed to. And my last tech project was a digital story, and I saved this one for last because this was really like the one that I most enjoyed doing. I grew up listening to Motown records, and just having the opportunity to research the history of it and kind of be reminded of all of the music that I loved and still love as an adult for so very long was really fun doing. So if you have an opportunity, please check out the video. I did put a disclaimer on here. I do not own any rights to any photos, videos, music. All of this was for educational purposes only. As for my evaluations, I do not have my Apple teacher certification as of yet. That's why I put under construction. However, I do plan on doing it. Screencast, my screencast will be posted on my Screencast page. As far as website resources, on this page I put a lot of resources that I actually use to create my website, so you can check that out. I also put a few that I just enjoy in general. So WeVideo, I was exposed to that prior to this class. I was exposed to it this summer, and that's also how I created my digital story. Pixabay, I love those pictures. I love the pictures on there. I'm able to find a lot of different pictures. Canva, I told you I used to create my my graphic for my PLN. And some of these other websites are just websites that I was able to obtain from my classmates on our wiki. So since I've gotten these resources, I have used Unsplash, and I plan on exposing myself more to these other tools. Last but not least, tech blog down here at the bottom of my page. I do have a tech blog, and I've made 3 posts so far. So copyright and fair use. Wikis, I do think wikis is good, but on a smaller scale, just like Digo. And that is my welcome, just telling everyone a little bit about myself. So that is it for my website. I hope you enjoyed. And you come back and actually check it out in its fullness. So thanks for coming. Thanks for stopping by, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.